matters. For item J01, I would like to be candid, Madam Chair. This is a committee report. I made the earnest efforts to include this in the regular agenda. However, after the committee hearing, we were not able to submit this before the 12 o'clock deadline. But we tried to submit this on Friday, and this representation would like to thank the good Vice Mayor for including this in the other matters. Considering that this is very urgent, this is a request for the passage of resolution granting authority to the City Mayor, Honorable Raisa Estrenias, to represent the Iloilo City to apply, negotiate, and borrow funds from the Development Bank of the Philippines to finance the relocation and construction of the Iloilo City Community College, and to enter into a term loan agreement with the Development Bank of the Philippines for the amount of 300 million pesos, and to sign the loan agreement, deed of assignment, promissory notes, and other documents related thereto. I was able to furnish everyone a copy of this committee report in the deadline as stated in the internal rules. If I may, I will just have to read this in toto because this is quite important and very technical. So please bear with me. So before delving into the specific terms and conditions of the proposed loan, the committee chairman sought clarification on the justification for the 300 million loan, particularly the Iloilo City Government development plans and projected expenses supporting the same. In response, Mr. Arnold Rago of ICCC explained that the city architect had already submitted a site development plan consisting of five buildings, 3 stories each, including an administration building and a covered court. These buildings will house a total of 46 classrooms, with limited open spaces due to site constraints, though not arranged strictly in a quadrangle layout. Mr. Rago further clarified that the project will be implemented in 2 phases, with the proposed 300 million DBP loan covering only 1 phase. But during the discussion, the City Treasurer insisted that this could include also the second phase, but it will be determined in the actual construction. This phase intended to bear the structural construction, exclusive of finishing works and furnishings. The project site measures approximately 5,000 square meters, inclusive of roads, drainage systems, and related infrastructure. So we have here this construction period is between 2 to 3 years. So we have the Annex A, which is the attachment of the construction plan. Addressing concerns on fund utilization, Mr. Rago emphasized that the city government will only be obligated to repay the actual amount released by DBP, not necessarily the full 300 million. Jessica Huangco and Lizelle Quindong, representatives of the DBP, corroborated this explanation, stating that the loan release will be based on the winning bid following the public bidding process. For instance, should the lowest responsive bid be amount to 250 million, DBP will release only the said amounts. The loan obligation will be limited accordingly. The final loan amount will thus be determined after the bidding. With respect to the salient features of the loan agreement, Attorney Frida Sabando of DASMO explained that in contrast of the DBP loan undertakings, particularly phase 2 of earlier projects, which involve an interest rate of 4% per annum, this one, we have a 4.5% nga interest rate, previously 4%. So we are required previously to have an ADB of 4.3 billion. It is now reduced to the earlier ADB is 4.5, it's now reduced to 4.3. The applicable loan tranches are released according to 15, 30, 30%, pursuant to the terms of reference. and the grace period is up to 3 years. So meaning to say we will not be paying principal amount for 3 years. So we will just be paying interest. She further noted that the city government is required to execute a continuing deed of assignment with holdout agreement. The DBP representatives explained that the holdout represents the amount equivalent to the forthcoming monthly amortization, serving as a safeguard in the event of delayed check signatories or debit issues. So the holdout amount is 5 million, equivalent to 1 month of the amortization. However, the DBP clarified that it could be reduced once the principal amount is being paid. So maamat-amat na siya gamay ang holdout agreement. Attorney Sabando additionally reported that as certified by the Department of Finance as of November 2025, the city government's borrowing capacity stands at 2.495 billion. 2.495 billion with total allowable allocations amounting to 2.44 billion. Should the city avail of the proposed 300 million loan, the remaining borrowing capacity would still be approximately 2.1 billion. So meaning say pwede kayo pakita ka pangutang at as much as 2.1 billion even if we include this additional 300 million loan. So ligwa pa. Hindi ito pagbuson. She then directed the committee's attention to page 13 of the term loan agreement, which enumerated the necessary legislative measures. We'll just skip some of the, but on the gist, the later portion said that the ICC has currently 1,290 students. With the increased capacity after the construction, we will be able to accommodate more. So the ICC receives around 14 million pesos per year per 1,290 students. That's from the Department of Education. So if we increase the capacity, it is projected that the ICC would be able to pay for the loan. The ICC will be self-sustaining as the tuition fees would be able to pay for the loans. So again, they were urging this August body to pass this resolution as soon as possible because they are considering the accreditations of the ICC. Because if we are not able to construct this relocation site, the reconstructed facility, we might stand to lose the accreditation of the ICC. So, recommendation, after careful study and factual legal antecedents of the endorsement, the Committee of Appropriation has found the same to be proper and recommends that it be given due course. So this committee recommends the passage of a resolution granting authority to the city mayor to enter into the term loan agreement. With that, would like to move to adopt this committee report. So move.
But before that, you have a question, Councilor Mabilog. You have the floor.
Madam Chair, this is not an objection. This is just a clarification. In the first paragraph, I just want to clarify because I have here the statement of indebtedness of the city. As of 2025, we already have a debt balance of 2.5 billion. So here in paragraph 3, it's saying that our borrowing capacity stands at 2.495 billion. I would just like to ask if this is on top of the 2.5 billion which the city already have borrowed.
It is on top. I mean, if we include the additional 300 million, it would be reduced to 2.1 billion. So it is included.
So because we already have a 2.5 billion na utang. So if we will borrow another 300 million, it would be 2.8. Stating that our borrowing capacity is only 2.4 billion. So does this mean that we have the borrowing capacity as a total of 5 billion? If I'm not mistaken.
More or less, because we have existing outstanding loans.
So if ever we're gonna borrow again 300 million, the existing debt of the city would be 2.8 billion. Am I right?
But this representation is not the proper person to be able to determine that. That question should be better addressed to the city budget officer.
Oh.
But more or less, if we include this 300 loan, our borrowing capacity would be reduced to 2.1 billion. So, amo na lang ng alabobol.
Well, Madam Chair, actually during the committee hearing, I've also raised the question if we have seek other remedies to source out this 300 million. Na hindi lang tayo magdiretso sa utang. And the city, well, it was also stated in the committee hearing nga because of the urgency of this project, wala na kita nakapangita sang iban nga remedies para ma-source out ang 300 million kundi i-borrow ta lang. Well, Madam Chair, just like to manifest that I am very much supportive of the aim of this resolution, considering that it would allow our community college to have another building to cater more students and open more programs as the ICC representative mentioned. But I would like to manifest that maybe to move forward, first we could seek other options, we could maximize our available resources or maybe seek national support before we sort out to borrowing, just to ensure that we manage our resources in the city more effectively. Because as of the moment, we are paying for the year, we will be paying for just the information of everybody, we will be paying 111 million just for the interest. So that's it, Madam Chair.
Can I?
Yes, please.
To be candid, Madam Chair, I would have to agree with the good lady. Loans may not be the most efficient means to fund the national government projects if there are alternatives available.
City projects.
Yes, loans may not be the most efficient way, and I would have to agree with the good lady. However, because of the time element present and this fear of losing the accreditation of the ICC, I think it is more the public interest involved is higher to address this need. And as Councilor Akap mentioned, it is reasonable. We have one of the lowest interest rates available. Kaya gina-offer sa aton kay may special kita na deposit, that pila naton deposit, that do mga 3 billion if I'm not mistaken. So we have premium rates. They have disclosed to me that the regular business practice of the DBP is around 8 to 10% per annum. Amo nang ila commercial rates. But because we have good relations with the DBP and we have strong average daily balance and we have significant deposits, we are granted a premium rate of 4% per annum. So, kung i-calculate mo na sa inflation rate, do medyo daog patagani gamay. Ang depende sa fluctuations ng interest. But I have to disclose for the candidness and transparency of the August body, nag-increase ang aton interest rate by 0.5%. So, nag 4.5% siya. Kay siling sang DBP, medyo budlay ang economy. Tasabong, though hindi mayo ang economic conditions, they increase the commercial rates to 11 to 12% per annum. Yet still, we enjoy premium rates. So 0.5% na nato. And I agree with the good lady. If there are alternatives, I think this August body is more than eager to accept the alternatives. But the fact of the matter is, sa subong na tinion na do wala gyud anay subong, I think the good lady tabon ang tanay. I think the good lady would help us to lobby with Senator Bamakino, no, na mga Zaldico, and probably our favorite Congressman Romualdez. I think Congressman Romualdez has all the power to help us in this engagement. Anyway, di na ako mag-joke Okay. So again,
Just a clarification also, you mentioned na 300 million loan ba? But in case of bidding, kung 250, so how will that work? Mabalik diri sa City Council? That 150 na lang ang winning bid?
Bali, Madam Chair, thank you for the clarificatory question. we will be signing this term loan agreement for 300, no? But it is predicated upon the winning bid because this will be released according to tranches. Tranche. So hindi na siya full amount na release. So according to accomplishment na siya. So if the project was accomplished at say in an ideal world 200 million or 150 million, the release will be 150 million and we will be obligated to just pay around 150 million in principal calculated with interest.
But how will the council know nga mo ng winning bid? Will they inform us? Mas better tani nga inform ta nila nga amo na siyang winning bid from our 300 million loan. At least we would know only nga amo lang ni siyang nagdao.
Do we have to pass a resolution? Pwede naman na siguro communications na lang. We could make communications instead.
Idala lang sa imo reso later nga i-inform ang city council with a communication. Or may note lang.
I think
May confirmation,
if we
diba?
add I understand the good presiding officer, the intentions of the good presiding officer, noble they are. Base kung islantang format, base mawangal naman ni ang DBP nga hindi siya congruent at consistent sa
Inform lang sila nga
Okay.
inform kita.
Sige.
I think duma confirmation pa man after. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. The concerns of my good colleagues are duly noted. Sige. Again, would like to reiterate